By the end of this video, I hope you can achieve this number in terms of where you want to go with your cryptocurrency portfolio if you are a small investor, because I think this $100,000 in net worth is a very pivotal point in anybody's journey, especially in cryptocurrency, because I believe you can hit this 100K, brother. I've hit this many times through failing, coming back, failing, coming back. This seems to be always the number once you understand what you're doing, where you can really make a massive difference in your life. Because once you get 100K, it's very easy to escape. I don't want to use that escape like escape the matrix and all that kind of stuff that people like to talk about, but you can live the life you want and you can start taking more bets once you get the 100 grand. The problem is the 100 grand is it's just the hardest thing to achieve, especially if you have a day job that pays you paycheck to paycheck, you've got lots of bills. But with cryptocurrency, you can hit this 100K and you can very much scale this to $1 million. And that might be unfathomable to you, but I promise you I've done it, many other people have done it, and it can be achieved. Because at the 100K mark, which is the pivotal point, and we're going to show you how to get there, or how I would get there if I had to start a game. At this point, you can take big bets, and they don't always have to pay off. With the 5K to 100K, you have to be very, very careful, or you're going to be restarting a lot of time. And the main goal is to not lose money. I hate to lose money. I hate to lose any sort of money, even at my kind of level right now, of about a $500,000 portfolio, and it's compounding massively. I'm investing heavily right now in more cryptocurrencies, and I've showed you guys on the channel. I bought HBAR again the other day because I'm a maniac. But the goal is to get to 100 grand, because it will change your life and you can do what you want at this point. Because this was me before things really took off. I was working a sales job, etc. You guys probably know the story. If you don't, this was me. I used to sell gym memberships before I went into personal training. I scaled an e-com brand, and now I'm obviously making money off this YouTube channel and other investments. But I was very scared at this point because I was living paycheck to paycheck, right? You had guys like this, again, no disrespect to these guys, but this was the boss of my old gym, and this was like the area manager. And I was very fucking scared of this guy, because every day when I would pull up to the office to try and sell gym memberships, he was like, how many appointments have you got? I used to do sales. Can you buy a gym membership? And I was just calling the whole time, and I had nothing left at the end of the month when I was slaving away at this 9-to-5 job. So I was very scared, and I probably can resonate with you. If you're just in the typical wagey, you might be scared, and you might be like, say, okay, well, cryptocurrency is my escape. And it can be your escape. I'm going to show you how I would get to that 100K. But the problem, I had no money at the end of every month to even get started. And it seemed like I would always be stuck here because there wasn't anything I could use as a vehicle to get out. But here's the beautiful thing about right now in 2024. You have this vehicle, which is cryptocurrency, to get out. I didn't have that. I had to go and start an actual business, which was very fucking hard. You can just literally be this guy, which was me, the younger version of myself, and you can just work your day job, rinse and repeat that for as long as possible while investing in cryptocurrency to get out of that. You might not want to get out of your job, but chances are you probably do. If I could give you 2 cards and I say, hey, you work at your job forever, even if you like it, or you can travel the world and work on something more purposeful, we'll still have the money to do so. You choose option number 2. Let's be effing honest. But right now you have 2025. You have this. So I just found this on Reddit, and this guy put a post up about people are becoming millionaires through meme cryptos right now. I'm not here to talk about meme coins, etc., but you have an opportunity where people are doing this. Some people treat this as taboo, but you can grab a small pie. Again, this is not what I would do. I just want to show you what's out there when I was doing some research. $100 can turn into $1,000 very, very fast, a 10x, right? You guys have seen that. You might have even done it yourself a couple of times. But the problem with this is most of the time you lose. You lose quite a lot, because even you might do this 10x, but you then try and do it again and you start losing, and you might think, oh, well, I'm going to be here forever. It doesn't have to be like that, brother. You can use a safer vehicle, and I'll show you that. But one trade can change your life. You just need to know where to go, and once you get that trade of the life, where you funnel these coins in a more safe way. A quick example, I found this coin. You guys have probably heard of it, Dog with Hat. I wouldn't tell you guys to buy this. It's just probably far too gone at the market cap of 3 billion right now. It's probably not going to be the 100x or the 50x that you guys require. Probably still a 10x if it does well, but even still, there's way better 10x's. So you can find these trades. I know people that have found these trades that bought here and fucking quadrupled, million x their portfolio, right? But most of the guys, they buy right here. And they're hoping, and what happens is Bitcoin dumps, and then this coin follows through. So you don't have to do this. I want to give you guys a better way. So firstly, before I like to get into this video, here's what I would not do. and then we'll talk about what I would do. So I wouldn't chase pumps. This is a perfect example of chasing a pump. Yes, it can still go way further, and it probably will by 2025. But if you're catching these pumps now and you're riding these coins all the way down, you need to get to that first 100k fast so you can really get to that millionaire status, right? And I'll show you the guys that as well in a quick example. But here's what I would not do. Non-negotiables, definitely not doing. I'm not chasing pumps. I'm not looking for the next play. I'm looking for that next play because this is far too gone for me. You can find other coins like this. Look for the next play. Just look at the chart, look at the market cap, understand, hey, this is probably not going to be my ticket out of here. So what I would also not do, and this is what everybody does, I see this with HBAR, I see this with QNT. If you're not convinced anymore, that's fine. But if you're constantly swapping and changing, going back and forward, I'll give you a quick example. There was some recent news with HBAR. Again, you can do this on any single coin. You might be guilty of this as well with any position. Recent news with HBAR was pretty much 7 days or so, a month ago. We had a massive pump. A lot of people were now interested in HBAR again. Now we're going to $2 to $4. And then it crashed because of some other news, etc. And now they sold, and they're going to just rinse and repeat this strategy. Do not rinse and repeat and lose money hand over fist. Once you have an investment, even if you bought the local top here, okay, you're locked in. Nothing should change. No news should scare you. You should just like, shit, I kind of bought at the wrong time. Okay, well, I can funnel now and I can get lower DCA price, because if you keep swapping and you're constantly losing money, how are you going to get to that 100k? It's pointless at this point. So do not do that. Another thing that's completely pointless, and again, a lot of people won't like this because you will make money if you just do this, but I think it's pointless to just buy Bitcoin and Ethereum at the start. We'll come back to this important word here, at the start. But if you've got 2, 4, 5k and you're buying Bitcoin and Ethereum hoping to change your life, sorry, it's not going to change your life. Those days are far gone. In the last bull run, I was buying Bitcoin 17, 18, 19, 21. I think I was even decent in as high as 23. That was fine for me. I was decent in $100,000. Ethereum, $300, $400, $500, $600 was my average kind of plays. That was fine. I was decent in 6 figures. At these current prices, Bitcoin, Ethereum with the market cap, it's not going to do any damage. You'll make money. You might be able to buy a shitty second-hand car, but what's the point of that? That you're still pulling up to that job. You're still this guy. The goal is not to be this guy. You need to get out of this as fast as possible if you want and travel the world. That's up to you. I don't know, but that's just what it was for me. So a lot of you guys are going to be tempted. You're going to be very tempted to chase these shiny new meme coins like this one and many other ones. And I like this as well, but I'm at the level where I'm at the 550, 600k portfolio. It changes so much. And I can chase these shiny new picks that are still gone, like dog with hat. But I like to find the next one. What's next? Because once you have the 100k, you can start taking 1k bets and they don't have to pay off. But the 4th or 5th one can really pay off massively and get a 10 to 20 to 30. Some of these will even go way higher, like other examples. And you pay for all those losses. But if you just have 5k and it takes your 6th one to get that big win, you don't have the 6k because you only had 5k. You put 1, 1, 1, 1. You never got that 6th one. So that's the problem. And I promise you, you're not that lucky. And again, I always say this, and people don't like this, but it's literally this is literally the same when you chase stuff in anything in life. If you have a solid fucking girlfriend at home, why would you chase quick dopamine of a 2 out of 10 at the bar? It doesn't make sense. It makes completely no sense to like cheat, to do all this kind of crazy stuff, to buy this altcoin. To me, it's the same thing. It's always been the same thing. You might not understand what I mean by there, and that's completely fine. But what I'm really saying in this point is, do not just chase something for quick dopamine because you think it's going to make you rich. There's no point chasing a fucking low quality girl at the bar just for some 2 minutes of quick dopamine, young man. When you have a solid girl that you just fucking get along with, it's completely pointless. It's the exact same thing for me. So you can do this at another level. Now, I'm not saying coins like this can't do well. So here's an example. Just meme coin, etc. There could be, this coin could be the next best thing, but I'm not here to shit on these coins. But what I am saying is, if you're at the 5k level and below, we need to stay away from these coins. We really, really need to do, because we need to find a safer way to get to that 100k. Because once you get 50k, 60k in the market, then we can take 1k bets. Then we can really, really go fucking crazy, and we'll still always be guaranteed to make money, because the next bull run with our main bags are going to, recover this, and 5, 6 plays, it might 1 or 2 might hit to take off, and it'll cover all the losses. So you just have to be super, super careful, because this Ben the dog coin, just as an example, I don't know what this is. I just built it up and I was just like, okay, let's just use this as an example. This can either go here or it can go here. And if that's all you know and that's all you understand, that's just fucking gambling. We're already playing a riskier game with cryptocurrency, but why would you play something like this? So the question everybody always asks themselves, and this is really how you make it, the most important one is when to buy, when to sell. So you look at this coin right here and you go, oh, when to buy, when to sell. I don't understand, right? And that's the problem if you have a low amount of money, because you just don't know. But I'll tell you one thing, what I've learned about being in this last bull run and just not understanding anything and having to take massive losses to really understand this. Everybody that always makes all the money in a bull run, it comes from simply buying something, doing nothing, then selling for a higher price. It's very, very simple when you break it down. You buy something, you do nothing. Okay, you don't go and swap, you don't go and chase something else. If you have more money coming in, yes, you'll do that again on another altcoin, or you might top up this play just like I'm topping up HBAR. But I buy something, I do nothing, and I sell for a higher price. That's how you make money. It's the same with real estate, it's the same with stocks, it's the same with ecom. When I was scaling my ecom stores, I would buy something from China, I would run ads, I would do nothing, and people would buy it from those ads and I would sell at a higher price. That's the world, right? That's how you make money. With the job, it's slightly different. You don't really buy something. You pull up to work, you do something, or e.g. you probably like me and just did nothing. You waited for that paycheck, and then you rinse and repeat it again. The problem with the day job is you're stuck in that location. You can't get out because shit's so expensive. So eventually you don't have anything at the end of the month. That's where cryptocurrency, and that's probably why you're in cryptocurrency from the get-go. You want to make more money, you want to quit the job, or you just want to make more money in general and just have a good life. So for me, it's always came down to two really things. I DCA my top coins for a better tomorrow. Not literally tomorrow. Tomorrow for me is 2025. So the HBAR example, the Ethereum example, I buy something, I do nothing, and I'm selling for 2025, or at least if something pumps. Then what I also do, and guys, you guys probably know about this, but this is what I'm doing right now. For a very tiny percent of my bag, I've got about 16k in some DeFi liquidity pools. And the most important thing is I only do this on safe platforms and good coins I already hold. So this just makes the flywheel spin much faster, but I wouldn't really touch this up to the 100k. I'll just give you a quick example. I really like the Sui coin. You can see my positions here. I have unclaimed rewards that compound every single second. So all I simply do is I buy something, which is Sui. I'm already holding it anyways, but I'm deciding to stake it. Quite good yields are going up and down, etc. I do nothing, I compound the yield. You can obviously take your money out and just live your lifestyle if you want, but I'm bullish as F on Sui platform. I've got some in Render, Solana, etc. I've even got some back on Stader Labs with HBAR and have a little kind of tracker here. My now portfolio value is 21k because I just bought some more HBAR and put it in Stader Labs. The problem with Stader Labs is the yield is very trash, but I'm already holding it anyway, so who cares? And right now I'm making about 2.1k per month. And the funny thing about that is that was more than this full-time job where I was struggling my arse off. Again, that might not help you because you might not have this much money, but once you get to the 50k, 100k, I would really start looking at getting some yield. But I don't want to go in this too much because this doesn't really help you if you have 5k, because you can't really go and get a yield of 5k. It doesn't really work. So the harsh reality, nobody wants to talk about this, but if you want to fast track this, and we'll talk about how to not fast track this if you want, but you need more income. It's very, very simple. You need more income. That's why I had to go down the route of starting a business, drop shipping. You could do any sort of business, but that's where I had to fast track it because I had no money. Yes, I could have lived cheaper, etc., but it was very, very difficult. Nobody was really helping me out. I just had the bills and I had pretty much $200 to $300 left, and I wasn't really interested in cryptocurrency anyways at that point, so there was nothing left for me to do. I just needed to make money. But you have a vehicle of coins, low market cap gems, where you can skip that phase, right? So what you need to do to get to that 100k in the fastest way possible is you need to look at 5 to 10x's, okay? Not for 2025 today. There's many out there. Just look at the market caps of some of these coins right now. It's happening as we speak. So you look for those, you do the research, blah, 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 all that kind of boring stuff, and you look for those 5 to 10x's, and then you get the F out. You're not here for 100x's on these plays. You're not here for this, brother, because you will hold this all the way down or it's way too risky. Once you make money, you funnel that back into two ways. You can either buy Bitcoin, Ethereum at this point because you've already guaranteed these gains and these will just pay you over the long term by 2025, and then you can go and yield, etc., and really compound this. But then once you get to 5k to 50k on your 5 to 10x's of your 5 initial coins that you bought, I can't tell you what coins. You already know what I'm holding, right? But I can't tell you the next coins. I only share what I'm holding. You have to go and find them. But then once you get to that 50k, You can then really spray and pray with free money because you've already made so much money, 10x on average, right? 5 to 50, give or take. And then you rip the 5k to 50k into 5 to 10 plays. There's not 100 picks, there's not 50 picks. I speak to so many guys that have 50 fucking picks with a 5k portfolio and it's just random, okay? Then you bank some longer term plays that you know is going to be here for 2025. E.g. for me, Bitcoin, Ethereum, HBAR, Render, right? But these aren't your 5 to 10 X's of the initial 5k because it just doesn't work. We've already spoken about that. Render might give you it, but you're going to be here a lot longer than you think. It already went from 50 cents up to about $10, right? So it already did that. You were too late on that one. And then, once you get to that, take 5 more risky plays. Just 1k bet. So 1k bet here, 1k bet here, 1k bet here, 1k bet here. Because remember, you've now got 50k. You might have banked some here, but this 5k, it's just free money. And one of this will pop. Okay, a dog shit low market cap in memes, AIs, etc. You'll run that back up and you'll pay for your losses. And you might not have any losses. You might be able to just hit the 100k just with this. That might be you done. And then you just look for a 10x longer term play on your 2025 Bullrun bags. Because if you do this, you can really have coins go to zero. Most coins really don't go to zero. They just kind of fizzle out and just go down like 90 to 80%. And then some can come back. But at this point, you can still win. You can't really lose at that point. And that's all you literally need to do. Because if you do the spray and pray at phase 1 under 5k, like this guy, it doesn't work, right? It's just so risky because you have to make it happen or you're restarting. And if you're like me, to get the initial 5k was very fucking difficult. Nobody gave me the 5k. I had to work my ass off. Started the ecom business. There wasn't cryptocurrency. Obviously there was cryptocurrency, but I wasn't aware of cryptocurrency like you are right now. Whatever one you want to do, that's all you need to do. So I had to restart, like many of you guys know, or if you don't, I had to restart many times. Celsius got wrecked, FTX had some money there, and I had to build up again using this strategy. But I also had ecom, and that was printing for me to just keep going and gain. But again, I don't like to lose money. I could lose money with some of my plays right now, but I've got a big enough portfolio for my longer term gains where it doesn't really matter. I've got a high enough income where it doesn't really matter. You have to be in the trenches, whether you're older than me or younger than me, and you have this amount of money. You might have 10k, you might have 3k. It doesn't really matter. Obviously, the more is the better because you can get to that 100k much faster. You can use your job to skip the ecom phase. You're not going to be getting a high income from that, chances are. But then you just go for those 5 to 10 X's. Again, I'll keep repeating this. 5 to 10 X's first. You go from that to 50k and you keep playing the game. It's very simple because once you get to 50k, you already know that some of these Bullrun bags, like your top altcoins, your top 100 coins, are probably going to still 2 to 3 minimum X bar from obviously Bitcoin. You can still do that, even that. And you're going to print money off that, then you can use yield platforms, etc. But really the game comes after that is just taking little 1k bets. That's the best strategy I've found. This could flop, but one of these will pop and it'll give you a 10 to 20x and it pays for all these losses. And then this 50k very much becomes 80k in a week or two if you're in the right place. And then it's very easy to scale past 6 figures, but it's not going to happen by accident. You have to do the research on the coins. There's a little bit of luck involved, I'll be honest with you. But the most important part is you're not buying Bitcoin or Ethereum with 5 to 10k. If you're looking for 100k plus, it just doesn't make sense. And the other caveat of that is you're not doing these spray and pray bets off the bat. It's very unlikely that you're going to make it happen. It can happen, but I would much rather you guys start looking at medium to lowish kind of market caps. You ride those up and then you can get in the shit, but you can also get in the good stuff as well, and then it's an easy game. Then you plain sail. Hopefully that was helpful. Goodbye.